Hi everyone, hopefully you know me by now. I'm Jane Levy, I'm your link tutor, so that's the tutor that links Cardiff Met to SIST for academic purposes. I've been asked to have a little chat to you about what is an exam board, which apparently is on everybody's lips. So just to give a little bit of clarification about what this is, these events are some of the most important of the year, academically speaking, and let me just explain that process to you a little bit. So all the assessments that you've done over the year and that you've had marked and you've been given feedback for, those are internally verified in the SIST. So there are two markers in the SIST checking each other's assessment of your work to get the final grade. But that's not the end of the story. Once all of that information has been collected, all of your work then goes to Cardiff School of Management and is looked at by specialists within the school. And they'll also give feedback to check that what you've produced is according to our expectations at levels 4, 5, 6 and 7. And so when those checks have been done, your work then goes to what we call external examiners, and these are people that come from different UK universities who are specialists in their field, and they also look at your work again to check that everything has been done according to the rules that we have within our academic handbook and according to UK higher education framework. So you can find that framework. There's a site called the Quality Assurance Agency website. That's the agency that oversees higher education for the whole of the UK. And on that, there's some very interesting information. So then, once we've had all of that feedback and that we're confident that everything has been marked fairly, it's been marked to the right level, it's been marked in accordance with the marking criteria, we then have an exam board. So these exam boards are attended by myself, by the lecturers from SIST, by the external examiner from another British university, and the management here at SIST. And then what we do is we go through every single student's marks, checking that everything has been done according to the guidelines that we have in our academic handbook. And for example, at this stage as well, we'll also see if you have resits to do, then the date for submission of those resits will be set. If, for example, you've done very, very well in 5 out of 6 modules, but your next module you haven't done so well. So for example, for me, that would definitely be a finance module that I hadn't done so well in. So let's say all your other marks are quite high, but for this one module, it's just 30, 35, something like that. Then it will be the decision of the exam board to perhaps compensate you for that module so that you don't have to resit it. Now, compensation requires that you have enough marks from the other modules to spread across. So that's why you don't want to be just getting 40% as your grades. You need to get higher than that so that we can compensate you if possible. It's a very fair process. It's a very transparent process. We spend hours on these things, so there's a lot of hidden work behind the scenes. I probably would have read most of the work that you've done, so I also know if you're not referencing properly as well, and I'll be coming to speak to you about that soon. Okay, so I hope that that gives you an overview of what the exam board is. For you, it's just something that you wait for to find out your grades after. For us, it's a really, really big job at the end of the year to check that you've been treated fairly, and also it helps us see if there are any issues anywhere with any particular modules. This generally isn't the case, but if that is the case, then we can sort things out there as well, because we also see student feedback. I must say that this year's results for level 6 students graduating with our BAs, we had some fantastic results, so well done guys. And those that are in levels 4 and 5 and progressing, we hope to see you graduating with first class degrees as well. Thank you very much.